Alright, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be taking a very important topic. So I'll be very sure. I want to know that you. Sorry, I'm having some issues. Well, I'm trying to rectify them now. So, all right. So I think the stuff is clear now. I think it's clear now. So we can go. So I'm waiting for some persons to join. I'm waiting for others to join. I'm waiting for some persons to join so we can kick. Alright, so I'm waiting for some persons to start. Just few persons more and we will start. Few more persons and we start. So just stay tuned. Ensure you're with your pen and with your paper so that you'll be able to write. Alright, so we'll be starting very soon. You can already see the join on the board. We're starting very soon. So just give me some minutes to set up. Just 1 or 2 minutes to set up. One or 2 minutes to set up. So 1 or 2 minutes to set up and we move. Alright, so I'm going to start. Now, today we are going to be considering the plant cell. Please concentrate on the board. The plant cell is what we are going to be looking at. Now, a cell is the smallest unit of life. That's a cell. The smallest unit of life. And a cell is the fundamental. When they say something is fundamental, it means it's very important. The fundamental unit of life, the functional unit of life, and the structural unit of life. That's a cell. Now, this is how the plant cell looks like. And today, I'll be talking about the different components of a plant cell, the different parts, the different compartments of a plant cell and their functions. So I'll be looking at the different parts of a plant cell and their functions. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to be looking at is this. If you look at this one here, this is a cell wall. Look at it this way. This is the cell wall. Now, if as it is, the cell wall is like a fence surrounding the cell. So you can look at the cell wall like a fence surrounding the cell. Now this fence here, surrounding the cell here is a cell wall, right? So that's the outermost boundary of the cell. And the cell wall, the function of the cell wall is to give the cell that rigidity, make it strong, make it rigid. That's the function of the cell wall here. So what the cell wall is doing is to make the plant cell rigid. Alright, so that's that. Now if you move into the cell, after the cell wall, the next thing you're seeing here is the cell membrane. So after the cell wall, you're having the cell membrane. So you can see it with this black marker I use, the cell membrane. Now this cell membrane here is what regulates what comes in or out of the cell. So the cell membrane regulates what comes into the cell or goes out of the cell. That's the cell membrane, this one here. So it controls what is coming into the cell and what is going out of the cell. That is the cell membrane. So we said it is semi-permeable. It is either you call it the cell membrane or you call it the plasma membrane. It's either you call it cell membrane or you call it the plasma membrane. Now, this cell membrane here or the plasma membrane regulates what is coming in and what is going out of the cell. Do you understand that? So that is the plasma membrane, the cell membrane. We say it is semi-permeable or selectively permeable, because while it is allowing some things to come into the cell, at the same time it is preventing others from going out. So we say it is semi-permeable. Please, as the live lesson is going on, if you have any question, drop it in the live chat section, so I'll be responding to your questions after explanation. So drop your questions in the live chat section. Are we following? Please, if you are just joining us, drop it in the comment section. I am with you. If you are following, drop it in the comment section. I am with you. All right, so we continue. So I've explained the cell membrane now as the barrier, as what is regulating what comes in or goes out of the cell. Now if we move on, if you look at this stuff here, this structure here, please take note of how the shape looks, because the shape is very important. Now this structure here is a mitochondrion. Singular is mitochondrion, plural is mitochondria. Now the mitochondria here, this one, is referred to as the powerhouse of the cell. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And why is it called the powerhouse of the cell? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell because that is where energy is produced through cellular respiration. Now there's a question they are always bringing. There's a question they always bring in your exams. And what is this question? The question is, cellular respiration takes place in the dash. Cellular respiration takes place in the dash. Now, cellular respiration takes place where? In the mitochondria. So, and what is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is a breakdown of complex substances into simpler ones, and in the process, generating energy. So, in cellular respiration, we are breaking down complex food molecules into simpler ones and generating energy in the process. Energy in the form of ATP. The full meaning of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. So the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse, because that is where energy is generated. It's just like in your house, in your home. The powerhouse of the house can be looked at as a kitchen. Because anytime you come back from maybe from school or from work very tired, you just walk like that into the kitchen and be yourself, get energy. That's the powerhouse of the house. Now the powerhouse of the cell, generating energy for the cell, is the what? Is the mitochondria. And look at the shape, because in your exam they can draw this and they put 1 or A or B and C or C, and they'll ask you A represents what. So look at it. This is how it always looking. It's a double membrane, the outer and the inner. Then there's an intermembrane space here. So this is our mitochondria. We say it's what? The powerhouse of the cell. Good. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I'll respond. Now, if you look at this, you will notice that there is a very big space here where other things are. This mitochondria is here. This one is mitochondria too. This one is mitochondria. This is another thing, this is another thing, this is another thing, this is another thing. But you can see that all these things are placed in one big space here. This space you are seeing here where other organelles, this space here you are seeing where other organelles are found, it's called the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm. So the cytoplasm is this space here where other organelles are found. And there is a liquid, there is a fluid that is found in this cytoplasm. It is called the cytosol. Cytosol is found in this cytoplasm. The cytosol is found in this cytoplasm. So the cytoplasm is what houses all these other organelles. Are we following? Please, if you are not following, drop it in the comment section, or if you have specific question, drop it in the comment section and I will respond. Alright, we continue. So I've explained the cytoplasm as this space. Next, if you look at this structure that is looking like the mitochondria, but not the mitochondria. If you look at this one, the lines are like this, are horizontal like this. This one is called the chloroplast. And the chloroplast is what houses the photosynthetic pigments. The chloroplast is what houses the photosynthetic pigments. 1 minute, please. I'm live. What? Alright, sorry for that little break. Sorry for that. My apologies for the break. Can we continue? Now, if you look at this, we were talking about the chloroplast. Now, this chloroplast looks like the mitochondria, but look at the difference. In the chloroplast, you can see that the line is horizontal like this, because the shape of this structure is very important. Because in exam you see that the shape of the structure is very, very important. Now, the chloroplast is what houses the photosynthetic pigments, where photosynthesis takes place, and that photosynthetic pigment is the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll. I'm very sure you've seen it before. Yes, you've always been seeing plants around you, and you see that green plant, that thing that makes that plant green. What makes that plant green, that leaf green, is the chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll is found in this chloroplast. Now let me ask, if there is no chlorophyll in a plant, can photosynthesis take place? No, because it is in the photoswarm, where it is a part of the cell where starch granules are stored. So in case you are asked in the exam, starch granules are stored in the dash of the plant cell. What is the answer? Amyloplast. So it is in the amyloplast that starch granules are stored. It is in the amyloplast that starch granules are stored. Do you understand that? Good. Now the next thing, I've been leaving this very important organelle aside. Now the nucleus, very, 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 very important. The nucleus here. The nucleus is where genetic material is stored. The genetic information, the DNA of the plant, this is where it is stored, the nucleus. But the nucleus can be divided into two parts. If you look at this, there is this inner part here. This inner part here is called the nucleolus. Let me write it here. Nucleolus. The nucleolus. I'll tell you the function of the nucleolus. But another part of the nucleus is the nuclear pore. Pore is like holes. So the holes inside this nucleus, the walls of the nucleus, the holes here is called the nuclear pore. And that nuclear pore in the nuclear membrane allows some substances into or out of the nucleus. Now, this nucleolus is the site where ribosomes are manufactured. So ribosomes are manufactured where? In the nucleolus, and they are sent out. Now, what is this ribosome? Now you can look at it. Ribosomes are very small structures found in the cell. Now this is the ribosome. This is how ribosomes are. And what's the function of ribosome? Exam question. Ribosome is the site for protein synthesis. So proteins are synthesized where? In the ribosome. So proteins are synthesized in the ribosome. Proteins are synthesized in the ribosome. So that's why proteins are synthesized. Understood? Proteins are synthesized in the ribosome. Ribosomes are manufactured in the nucleolus. Ribosomes are manufactured in the nucleolus. Why? The function of ribosome is what? To synthesize protein. Now this is how they bring questions from here. Dash is the protein factory of the cell. Dash is the protein factory of the cell. So the protein factory of the cell is what? The ribosome. Because that's where proteins are synthesized. So note that proteins are synthesized where? In the ribosome. And also note that the powerhouse of the cell is what? Mitochondria. Also note that where photosynthetic pigment is found is the where? Is the chloroplast. Is the chloroplast. Good. And we said the barrier, what serves as barrier for the cell, regulating what is coming in or going out of the cell, is called the what? The cell membrane. The cell membrane. Alright. So ribosome is the site for protein synthesis. Now if you look at this structure, what is this? Let me see if you're following. This structure here, because I said the shape of the structure is very, very important. I've explained this one before. So this structure here represents what? Is it mitochondria? Is it chloroplast? Is it nucleus or what? Look at this structure here. It is what? Drop the answer in the comment section. Drop the answer in the comment section. This structure here, this one I'm pointing here, this one here is what? What is the name of this structure? Is it chloroplast? Look at the shape. Is it chloroplast? Is it mitochondria? Is it amyloplast? Is it what? Look at the structure and tell me this is what. I'm waiting for your answer in the comment section. Drop it now. Alright, so let's continue. So this is, as you can see, this thing is the same shape as this. So this is the chloroplast also, but you know this one is bent. So this is chloroplast, this is chloroplast, this is chloroplast. This is mitochondria, this is mitochondria, this is mitochondria. Alright, the next thing is, if you look at this endoplasmic reticulum, this SER is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, this one is called rough endoplasmic reticulum because, as you can see, we have dots on it. This thing that looks like dots on it are ribosomes. So the rough endoplasmic reticulums are actually rough because of the presence of what? Ribosomes on them. So ribosomes are found on them. So when they are viewed under the microscope, they look rough under the microscope because of the presence of what? Because of the presence of ribosome. But the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, there is no ribosome found on it. So when it is viewed under the microscope, it is very smooth. That's why it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. But the rough, when viewed under the microscope, it is rough. It is rough when viewed. So they call it a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Alright, so which other organelle have I not touched here? Which other organelle have I not touched? I've talked about the cytoplasm, this open space where other organelles are found. Talked about the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. I've talked about the juice crystal and rapid crystal, which are found in the central vacuum. And we say they are responsible most times for the toxic nature of the plant cell to herbivores. So when herbivores see them next time, they will not eat them. Then there is this vacuum membrane, this line that separates, that covers it, is the vacuum membrane. This is the chloroplast, where chlorophylls are found. This is the cell membrane, which serves as a barrier regulating what is coming into the cell and what is going out of the cell. Now this is a cell wall. This is the cell wall, and we said it gives it that rigidity. Now plant cell wall consists mainly of cellulose, protein. cellulose. Cellulose is a major component of plant cell wall. Now the Golgi body. The Golgi body is another one. The Golgi body, if you don't call it Golgi body, call it what? Golgi apparatus. Please, if you have any question, be dropping it in the comment section. So immediately I finish explaining, I'll be taking the questions that is in the comment section. So drop the question in the comment section as we go on. Alright, and if you don't understand, please feel free to drop it back. So the Golgi body, call it Golgi body or what? Golgi apparatus. Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. And they play a very important role here in the cell. The Golgi body is involved in distribution and transport. Distribution of manufactured materials, they'll be distributing it, transporting it around. So they can transport materials that are needed in one part of the body to another part, to where it is needed. From where they are manufactured to where it is needed. Waste products can be transported from the cell outside through exocytosis. Golgi apparatus is involved in that. Alright, so basically I think I've touched all. Remember that the rough endoplasmic reticulum is rough because of the presence of what? Ribosome. And the smooth is smooth because there is no what? Ribosome. Now if you look at this structure here, this is your endoplasmic reticulum. This one is smooth because there is no ribosome found on it. So basically this is how your plant cell looks like. This is how your plant cell looks like. There are other organelles, but the most important organelles found in the plant cell. So all you have to do now is to master all these diagrams, master what they represent, because in your exam they can ask you this one is what, this one is what, this one is what. So you have to master how they look like. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do it to click on the subscribe button, like this video and share it, and drop in the comment section the next video you would like me to the next topic you want me to teach. So drop it in the comment section, the next topic you want me to explain. Drop in the comment section and I will do that in the next video. So I'll be taking some questions now, so drop your questions in the comment section. Now if you are watching this video after this live, maybe you didn't join the live class and you're watching this video after the live class, feel free to also drop your questions in the comment section. I will always go back to this video to respond to your questions. And this live class will be in series. So I'll continue to be doing live classes like this in a better condition. My apologies for the condition of this video today. I understand that the noise is echoing into the recording. I understand that I'm not using a very good recording condition today, but I promise that the next video will be better than this. So like and subscribe to encourage me, and drop your questions relating to this topic, and drop your topic, the topic you want me to talk about in the next video. Alright, so I'll be waiting for your questions. So just drop your questions and I'll respond in the comment section. Thank you for joining this live stream, and see you in our next live stream. I'm Excellent Simplified.